Hey, you're doing a great job so far. We've gone through some practice problems on some example problems, and you're ready to go. So let's do this thing. You've got some practice problems here you're going to work yourself. So you're going to convert 56.3 miles into kilometers, 3,349 grams into kilograms, and 6,745 yards into miles. Now, before you go ahead and pause the video actually and work those out on a piece of paper, make sure you're showing all your work with all the steps and the unit analysis. Remember, that's important. And when you're ready to go again, hit play and we'll look at the answers. So go ahead and hit pause now. All right, we're back. Let's see what we got here. So you should have got 90.6 for the first one, 3.349 for the second, and 3.83 for the third. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to work these problems. In case there was something in there that you weren't quite understanding, I'll be able to help you figure it out. If you don't need that help, if you got all three right and you're like, I'm good to go, I showed all my work, then you go ahead and stop the video. That's it for today. But if you want to see them, here we go. Let's do this thing together. So this first one, we're going 56.3 miles into kilometers. So our first step is to start with our number, 56.3 miles over 1. Remember, that reminds us that miles are on the top here. We're going to make another fraction next to it. It's always the second step. Now, because miles are on top here, in order to cancel those, to get rid of miles and go to kilometers, I got to put miles on bottom to cancel this miles on top. Now, what I'm converting into goes on top, so that kilometer goes on top. Now, I come over here and look at my table and I say, okay, I need to know how many miles are in a kilometer or vice versa. And I come down here and say, yep, right there it is. I know that there's 1.61 kilometers in every 1 mile. So I come back to my problem and I say, okay, so the 1 mile, the 1 goes with mile, the 1.61 goes with kilometers, so I'm going to put it on top with the kilometers. Now as I do this for math, remember I type the first number in always, and then the next number is on top, I push times. So 56.3 times 1.61, that equals 90.6 kilometers. And that's my answer. Okay. Let's do the next one real quick. So again, we start with 3,349 grams over 1. Do another fraction. Now grams are on top here, so I know the next gram has to go on bottom here. And then what I'm converting into kilograms goes on top. Actually, let me go back real quick because I do want to cancel miles and miles out. I just forgot to do that. So I'll just let this kilometers. So now grams and grams are going to cancel. Kilograms are on top. I need to go find this number. Now this number isn't conveniently on these tables, but it is kind of down here with the kilo conversion. So if we look down here for kilo, we can see that there are 1,000 grams in 1 kilogram. This is the meter one. You guys have a gram one on your tables. You can use those. So I'm going to go ahead and put this 1,000 down here with the gram. It's one of the nice things about the metric system is that these numbers are the same for liters, centimeters, grams, seconds, anything you use with them. These numbers are the same for them. And then the 1 goes on top. The 1 goes with the kilograms. As I do this math, I type this number in, 3,349 grams. And because the thousand's on bottom, I'm going to divide. And when I divide, I get 3.349 kilograms as my answer. And notice here again that the grams cancel out. Grams and grams, leaving just kilograms. All right, last one, let's do it. So we start this one by going 6,745 yards over 1. And we know in the next fraction, right, in order to get rid of yards and turn to miles, we've got to put the yard on bottom so it cancels that yard on top. And then miles are going to go on top. And now we got to find a conversion that has miles and yards in it, and that one is right here. 1 mile is 1,760 yards. So we can go ahead and put those numbers in. So notice the 1 goes with the mile, so I'm going to put the 1 on top of the mile. The 1,760 goes with yards, 1,760. And now notice here that the yards cancel out, so I'm going to slash that yard and that yard. Not the numbers, just the units cancel. And when I divide these two, so I take 6,745, and because 1760 is in the bottom, I divide, I get 3.83 miles. So those are my 3 answers, and that's how I got them. Hey, great job today. I hope that helps with unit analysis. You have some practice to work on in class. Have a great day.